Good
One.
evening, guys. We're live.
Blast off.
Turn your light on there, boys, so they can see you. Can't
Uh,
see you. Can't see you, man. Turn your light
Man, I'm hiding in the back because my back is kind of hurting right now. I had to sit
on.
back for a second, but I
Hey,
promise you I'm here.
we got some guys on here. Techno says good morning. Yeah, good morning, good evening.
Well, good morning to you too, Techno.
Hey, Scott, would you like to go live with us? You want to come on here, talk bullshit with us? If you do, let me know. Scott's a good buddy of mine, man. We've known each other for like 20 years. He's kind of a crazy guy, but give him an opportunity if he wanted to come live. Why you darken yourself, man?
Oh, I forgot I had some stuff that I need to move out the way. I wasn't paying attention.
There's my wife. Hello, baby boy.
Good evening, Nicole.
We got
Howdy doody.
Navajo Logistics. Hello, Navajo. All right, so don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Poppy's not going to make it tonight. I thought for sure Poppy was going to be here. He went and picked up an empty trailer, and unfortunately, it had either one or two flat tires, and he's going to have to deal with that. So
Oh
he's going to
no.
miss the show. So tonight's show is just going to be, whoever really wants to come in. If anybody wants to come in and talk, send me a message here or something, and I'll bring you in, and I'll send you the link. It's going to be kind of an easy show tonight. Not a whole lot going on. Um, I've said this in the past. When we do our recruiting, we are actively recruiting, bringing people in. If anybody wants to come in, um, I had one gentleman, not going to mention any names, that basically was upset that we got referrals for bringing people over, and basically told me today that he was out because he felt like it wasn't fair that we were making money off bringing them, and he was afraid that we were giving him a line of bullshit of what we do here, and he didn't think that we were actually doing what we do. So that's fine and dandy. And I told him, I said, well, I guess this just isn't for you then. That's no problem with us. We're going to continue doing what we're doing, but just to kind of clarify and make things and everybody aware, yes, we do get paid to bring people over. There was no secrets about that. There's no reason to talk about the money amount. I mean, it's pretty easy to go on the websites and figure out what your referrals, what you make. That's besides the point. The thing that we were doing to help the guys out is we were helping them get into our little circle with our people that we have made contacts with that make us successful. So if a person doesn't want the company to pay us to bring you over and us to help you make yourself successful, then that's your business. I understand. I'm not going to sit here and argue with it about it. I'm surprised, and I'll be surprised if this guy doesn't get on here and try to troll me tonight, which is fine. He can troll me all he wants to, but I've never hidden anything that we've done here, nor will I ever hide anything. I think it's very perfectly clear that just like any company, we have a love-hate relationship with JB Hunt. It's good and it's bad. There are a lot of things. I've not hidden anything. Poppy's not hidden anything. Um, but overall, right now, I just personally think that we're probably in the best spot for right now. And everybody's situation is different. For my situation right now, this is the best place to be. Same thing with Poppy and the other 10 guys. And I know they all watched the live that we brought over. We brought 10 guys over in the last month and a half, maybe 2 months. They're all very happy. You got to understand that there are good weeks and there are bad weeks. When there's bad weeks, they're bad, and when the good weeks are good, they're good. And ultimately, you just got to take that in consideration. This guy, I think he felt like I was hiding something from him, or maybe I was trying to pull him into something that he didn't think that he could be successful with. But that's besides the point. I'm not hiding anything. We all get paid. You don't pay us, but the companies pay us to bring you over. So there's no skin out of your blood of what happens other than just coming over here. Um, Again, I haven't hidden that, nor will I ever hide that. With that being said, that's all I'm going to talk about tonight, unless he comes in and tries to troll. So what's going on in your world, life on 18
Well,
wheels?
yeah, I've been pretty busy. I haven't I haven't stopped until pretty much Monday. I had to force myself to do a 34. while I'm on this load that I'm delivering tomorrow. So I've been pretty busy compared to what I had dealt with uh, the week before last week. I'm pretty satisfied right now, and I'm hoping to continue doing that as we speak. And at the same time, I'm also looking at other things on how best
Yeah,
to be a little
let's
bit more
let's talk about
successful
these
in my
other
business.
things. Let's talk about these other things, man. I think what you got going on, I gave you a suggestion, you kind of ran with it, and I think it's going to be good, man. I mean, you don't have to, but I think we talked about it earlier. You said you kind of wanted to bring it up, so bring it up,
Yeah,
man. I
I'm
think
just
it's a good thing.
looking at ways where I can. I'm just looking at different ways where I can keep more money in my pocket while still earning what I'm earning.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do that at the moment. But if it works out how I expect it to work out, I will definitely talk about it. But I don't want to jinx it yet. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
I don't
Well,
want to put it out there and then next thing you know it just falls through it and I'm flat on my face again. So
well,
yeah.
you know how I am. If it works out, you're going to be the guinea pig, obviously, for a lot of us.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't say
definitely.
that. I can't say that. That I'll do this right away, and I'm pretty confident to tell you that Poppy probably won't do this, but I will definitely look at it eventually.
Uh-huh. Well, what's been going on with you on your end?
Uh, Actually, I had a really good week last week. I don't know the exact number. I haven't even checked my paycheck stub yet, but I should. I grossed 59 and change last week. I mean, I was like $70 short of 6,000, which I still haven't hit the magic 6,000 mark here, but I think I will soon.
Mm-hmm.
I had a good week. I got to go home on Saturday, spend some time with my daughter and my wife, and we went to Aquatica, and we actually had a great time. All of us. I had the windshield replaced in this Max, my truck. I had it replaced on Tuesday. They did a great job on that. Um, Everything's good. I mean, so far I had a kind of a shitty week this week, but it's not horrible. But I had 3 whole days off though too, almost three and a half. Um, and you know just well as I do because you live in Florida also. But my first load out, I had to deadhead all the way to Macon to get a load that pays halfway decent. And that's
You know,
that's
that's
every,
what I
that's
had
every time.
that's what I had to do the week prior before is I deadheaded all the way up to basically Macon, down from Central Florida, which it kind of hurt a little bit, because that's pretty much a whole day's worth of driving, pretty much. But it did it evened itself out in the end, so I really appreciated that.
Right. So Cadillac is on here. Cadillac Smith. He said saving money as far as to answer your question. He doesn't really want to talk about it right now, but we're exploring different options, not with companies, but different ways to save money. Don't want to really go into a whole lot of details with that because he doesn't want to jinx himself yet. But I'd say in the next week or two, we'll probably have a good answer on how that's all going to work out, and maybe next week we'll be able to talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully, and then as well, I will go. Let me move this up.
I have
As well, I
I
will
have
go ahead
another.
and share that information with anybody else who would be. I'm pretty sure it would be interesting for a lot of folks as well
You
too.
might have another customer to do some referrals with on that too,
Yeah,
if that
maybe,
works out.
maybe. I mean,
Um,
maybe.
so Jermaine says, "What's going on, fellas?" Hey, Jermaine. Jermaine happens to be one of our guys that's in our group. Um, I'm pretty confident to say that he's doing pretty good. Can you confirm on that, Jermaine? Are you doing pretty well also? Um, I don't think he really. I think he kind of does his own thing on the load board. So, um, but again, I don't know for sure, Jermaine. Scott says it's better than taking the load from like Saddle Creek or Coat Water Companies out of here at $1.60 a mile. You'll lose more than that just doing unloaded up to Georgia. That is
Yeah, I
true, and
hear
that's
you. That I
exactly
hear that on you on
exactly
that
why
one.
we do that.
Now, normally, what I usually do, I got an agent that has loads coming out of Clearwater, but most of the time they're heavy and it's hazmat, and that's what I usually, if I wanted to get out of Florida, that's usually who I would call. But unfortunately, it just wasn't hitting. on me. The load she had was just not available when I was trying to get out, so I had to end up just deadheading out of there and just going somewhere else to get what I need to get. So
So Jermaine said he did 6,000 this past week. That's actually pretty good, Jermaine,
that's
because
pretty decent,
I
man.
got to tell you, man, I haven't done the 6,000 since I've been here yet. You've done that pretty much on your own, because I know Chris said that you do your own booking and stuff. So, um,
I think last week I grossed around 56 was what I
G-Force
grossed last
Bully
week.
says he finally is catching a live again. Yeah, G-Force, I got to tell you, I'm a little behind in doing any kind of content. I need to put some pre-recorded content in, because the only thing I'm really doing right now is one live a week, and possibly one live, off of Wednesday, some one other day. Me and Life on 18 Wheels tried to do one on Friday, but it just didn't connect up because he didn't have internet. I was beat tired. Things just didn't work out. We try to do at least one a week on
No,
Wednesday at
last
8
week
o'clock. We tried to do
I
another
fell
one.
asleep last week.
Oh, that's
Yesterday I
right.
didn't have any internet.
That's right. That's right. You did fall asleep last week, and yesterday you didn't have internet.
Yeah, I didn't have no
Um,
internet yesterday.
so Scott says, I made that mistake. It's nice coming out, but even Saddle Creek went full on Pam now. Contracted. Oh, so
Contract.
Saddle Creek's all Pam now. Are you coming in, Scott? I mean, I'm waiting for you to pop up here. You don't have to comment on here if you're going to come in. Um, yeah, I mean, Jermaine, I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with that. I might have to get your secrets of what you done. So I might have to give you a holler tomorrow. Pretty impressed with that. So we got 14 people on here. Anybody got any questions about JB Hunt, SFI, Landstar, 18 wheels, anything?
Let's see, Cadillac. Let me see what Cadillac's saying. Used to use a I used to load from foam
Logan.
rubber from an agent out of Georgia to get me back to Oklahoma. Wasn't great pay, but it was only 2,000 pounds and saved a ton of fuel. You know what? That's actually something that that I've been trying out for the last week. By the time I've been out here, all I've been doing was going back and forth between Georgia, South Carolina, and Texas. I get my loads out of Texas, going to Georgia or South Carolina, and I'll just get a load back from South Carolina going back to Texas. That's what I've been working on right now, and that's how I've been able to stay consistent. I found an agent that has loads from the Dallas area that it's heading back east to Georgia and South Carolina, and I already have this one agent up in the Jefferson area that has these lawnmower equipment type things that are heading back out west. So that's what I'm sticking on right now, and hopefully if I can just keep it consistent while I'm just running back and forth that way, it'll work out. But we'll see. We'll see.
They used to have a yard in Dallas, Greenville, I guess, is what he's saying.
Who Landstar? If it's
Yeah.
Landstar, they have a terminal still there in the Fort Worth area, so it's not too far.
Cadillac, do you work for Landstar? Yeah, you asked me about the weekend, man. Yeah, we had a good time this weekend.
Yeah,
It was really nice. No, the rubber I used to load. Okay, I
I guess
got
it
you.
was from a Landstar agency. I guess.
Yeah. What company are you with now, Cadillac? Are you a JB Hunt? What's all that talking in the background?
I think that's my CB radio going on
Oh,
back
okay.
there.
Okay.
People actually still use that stuff nowadays. So
So GeForce Bully says, curious to know if any of you guys are in the Northeast. I'm still coming on board, but in a bit of a snag. Should be set next week. GeForce, have I talked to you in the past? If I have, I apologize. I don't recognize the screen name.
I purposely stay away from the Northeast
Yeah,
as
I tried.
much as I can.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think I know who this is. He lives in the Northeast. I think
Oh,
he
okay.
lives up around Connecticut or something. If it's who I'm thinking.
Now, I
I
know those
run.
heavy carriers got a lot of freight up there
He
to move
runs.
around if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so we have talked. He says Cadillac says he runs out of Western Oklahoma to North Dakota. He got canceled for sitting duck rule, so he's saying he got canceled there at Landstar for the sitting duck.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Okay, Hector, I remember you now. Yeah, you're the car
Yeah.
hauler. I got you. Yeah. Jermaine says he's in Pennsylvania now. Is where he's at. But if I remember correctly, Hector, I think you live in Connecticut or Massachusetts, one of those two states, if I'm not mistaken. I know you said you had some snags. If there's anything I can help you with, call me tomorrow and I'll try to get you help. Don't know what kind of good I can do, but I can at least try. Rhode Island, okay. Rhode Island, yeah, you're
Ooh.
stuck out there in a bad
Nowhere.
area, but you know what? There with what we do, there is Connecticut is right next to Rhode Island, if I remember correctly, and we do have a place in Connecticut that we go to, and also there's a couple in Pennsylvania too.
You ever think about moving out of Rhode Island to another state? Probably.
My only problem is SFI has a few states that they don't lease to, and I wonder if Connecticut or Rhode Island is one of those states. Have you called SFI, Hector? Because you got to make sure you're in one of those states that they don't hire out of. I don't want you to get caught up into that. If you do, we got to find a different place for you to get a different truck. Well, these people parking in front of me, man, they're gonna be in for a rude awakening here in a few hours. I can tell you
Well,
that.
what time are you heading out?
I haven't decided yet, so I pulled over to do the live. I still got a little bit of time on my clock. I don't know if I'm going to leave here in the next hour or so, or if I'm just going to stay here and do my time tonight. I haven't
Oh, okay.
I haven't decided. I got yeah, I'm my 14 is finally caught up with my 11, so I probably would just stay here for the rest of the night now that I'm here.
It
It's
might
just going
be
to make a
a.
harder day tomorrow.
I mean, might just be the smart move. You know.
Cadillac JB Hunt said no to you until November. Do me a favor, give me a ring tomorrow. I might have a way around that with my recruiter. If you give me a call tomorrow, she comes back in off vacation. I'll give her a call and we'll see if we can't help you out. Let me put my phone number up there so you'll have it. I'm going to take yours down for a second there, 18 wheels. And there's mine. So give me a call tomorrow, Cadillac, and I'll see if I can't help you out. No guarantees, but I mean, literally November is right around the corner. I don't know if maybe we can get somebody higher up to approve that. Yeah. Here comes Scott. All right, I'm going to pop Scott in. Scott, are you ready to come in, brother? Oh, my God. Look at that ugly mug. Hold on a second. Oh, he popped out. You're going to have to pop back in, man. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the post here on Facebook. Apparently, it's that time of year again where everybody's stealing all the CPCs out of Freightliners. Those things are very expensive when you try to replace them too. Costs a pretty penny.
Scott, I see you in there. Are you ready to come in? Give me a text and let me know you read the text that I just gave you. And let me know you're ready. God, it looks like you're in a police cruiser. Oh, man. Where'd you go, man?
I'm still here. I need
Just a
to.
little
I need,
indisposed of.
yeah, I need to sit back a little bit. My back is kind of killing me. You know, sitting
All
on
right,
this
Scott,
book. You know.
you're coming in. Turn your phone sideways, Scott.
Sideways?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, I got you. Here you go.
Yeah,
Other
you
way?
you got to turn it to where you're long ways, dude, because
Right.
no, you got to turn your settings on your phone to where it'll allow it to go sideways. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Auto rotate.
Yep.
There we go.
There you go. Man, you ever seen the movie? It's a Rob Zombie movie, and it's 3,000 Corpse or something like that.
Yes, I have.
You remember the bald guy in that movie? His name is Sid Haig. Is the guy's name? You remember that? You look just like Sid Haig right now, man.
At least I've lost some weight.
I gotta pull this guy's picture up and show everybody, man. That's exactly what you look like.
No, I like I said, I've been doing a bunch of running around.
Can you see that?
Oh yes, I can.
That is you all the way, man. That is you.
No, I was sharing the live. I had to do some running around. As I said, like I'm ready.
Yeah, I know you are, man. I wish I could pull a picture up of him as the clown. It's a House of 1,000 Corpses, the name of the movie. There he is as the clown. Oh, it ain't coming up. I thought it would. That's you all the way. Damn. Turn your light back on, 18.
I'm chilling right now. I'm a little too far away from the computer, so
you must be you either smoking some incense or something going on back there.
No, my back.
I'm running that.
A little tight, so I just need to sit back on the wall.
You're running what?
But I'm running this. Running the other phone.
Navajo says he's still at Swift. Huh? Are you doing okay at Swift, Navajo? Are you looking to move, or we both came from Swift. We enjoyed it there at the time.
And it was all right for what it was.
Man, Swift couldn't afford to get us back now. That's the only issue. That would be the only issue. So what's been going on in your life, Scott? The things you can talk about.
Things I can talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, being off the road for as long as I have made me realize how much I do enjoy being on the road.
Yep.
And not only that, everybody thinks about, oh, well, staying local. The money's not what you think being local. You can't compare the two together because, when you're on the road, you do like 3-4 weeks out and you're able to actually stack money away.
Yep.
When you're here, like doing local, everything is like paycheck to paycheck because you always want to be doing something different, if that makes any sense.
Right. What I got to know is that fine automobile you're in. What is that? A Cadillac?
Oh, no. This is it's a Ford. It's the one I purchased for my aunt.
Through who?
For my aunt.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. This is the one that I purchased for her.
I got you. Any questions from anybody? Got 16 people in here tonight. Country, you got anything going on, buddy? I know you said you're doing laundry. That's got to be a chore doing laundry tonight. I don't know if I would want to be doing that.
Nobody wants to be doing laundry.
Country should be on live with us here. I tried to get him to go live with us, but no, but I'm doing laundry. Man. His problem is he ain't pretty enough tonight. He's probably got his bedclothes on and get ready to go to bed. He has to be all fancied up and stuff, ready to go before he goes on.
I do have a question. Have you guys been watching the fuel rates lately? Is it true that Love's is dropping down almost 20 cents? I saw a couple places just coming out of Florida. It's like $2.90 a gallon.
But, honestly, and I think 18 can probably do that too. We don't really care what their pump prices are because we're getting it at a different price to begin with. We're getting anywhere between $80 and $1.50 off a gallon. He might even be getting more than that. So we don't even pay attention. We go to an app. We look on our app to see where the cheapest fuel is, and that's where we go. And
as of right now, looking where I'm at this petrol here in Beaumont, Texas, it's we get 82 cents off, and the price right now without the let me get back here. I just lost it for a second.
So is that your fuel surcharge, or is that just completely off your price?
buddy,
That's just the discount that I get at Landstar. It's at $2.52 is what I'm paying, and that's including the state IFTA credit of the extra 20 cents. Without it, it's $2.32. So yeah, right around $2.52 a gallon is what I would be paying if I want to go top off my tanks right now.
So what's cool about ours is we say the pump price is $3.25, okay, and
Right.
we go on our app and it says it's $2.75 on the app, so we're saving what's that, 50 cents. We get the savings from the app from the fuel, and we also get a fuel surcharge that goes with every load too. Like the load that I'm on right now probably pays me like $350 just in fuel to drive 800 miles. So not only am I getting a fuel surcharge, but I'm also getting fuel discounts too to go with it. Jermaine said on a side note, the fuel app sucks. It takes forever to load. Jermaine, I got to disagree with you, man. Maybe you might want to reinstall the app or something. Mine is pretty quick, and I've been with a lot of companies where they've had apps like that.
Well, what kind of phone do you have? That might just be the thing, you know.
Yeah, I think the WEX app, for the most part, compared to a lot of the other apps, take for instance our what's our card, the ES Advantage card. Now, granted, it works off of WEX too, but they're personal. I think the ES Advantage app runs a lot slower than what the WEX card app does, in my opinion. What do you think, 18? Because you got the same card.
Yeah, the ES Advantage card. It's not It works pretty well for what it is.
Yeah, it works pretty well for what it is
when I do use it, but
when
I'm
you
looking
look for your
fuel
fuel
and
prices,
stuff,
though, it takes forever, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't use it to check. When I was using it, I didn't use it to check fuel price. I just used it to check how much money I had on the account, and I'll just use the other app. What's it called? The WEX app, just to see what the price of fuel is, because the WEX app will tell you the real price. The ES Advantage card would just give you like a ballpark. It'll give you the price, but it's not really the price that you're paying.
Right.
The WEX app will tell you exactly what you're paying for fuel.
So Scott, what we're talking about is the ES Advantage card. It's a fuel card that you can get. Anybody can get it. It's kind of like a prepaid credit card. You load up the money on it, and that's how you get your fuel. You buy the fuel at discounted price, just like what we do. But you fund it before you buy the fuel, basically.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of cards like that. What is that? There's another like independent that does something similar to that.
The goal is to have about $2,000 to $3,000 to fund it. That way, you're 2 weeks in, because it's about $1,200 to $1,500 a week in fuel, depending on how far you go, how fast you go, all that stuff. So if you got a good $3,000, $2,500, $3,000 in there, you got 2 weeks of fuel money there. And what happens when you get paid? You just put the $1,500 back in that you spent from the previous week, and you keep that money flowing is what you do. That's the ideal way to do it. Unfortunately, I never got to that position to where I could do it. And now that I'm at JB Hunt, it doesn't make sense for me to even use that card any longer.
And the same thing for me as well too.
Yep.
It's nice to have it, put a little couple $100 on there for emergencies or whatnot, but I can't. There's nobody beating the discounts that I'm getting at Landstar.
What I do with the card, and I think I even told you this before too, is as long as you spend, and it don't matter if it's $5 or $500, but if you spend that card at least once a month, you get unlimited showers and free drinks at Love's. They're refills, basically. As long as you use the card once a month. And that's the reason that I keep it, because I want to keep my showers at the Love's, because
I keep telling myself to put something on there to do that, but I just keep forgetting.
I keep $20 or $50 on there at all times, just to to hit it once a month, and that way I guarantee that I have my showers and also the free refills that I can get are unlimited. And honestly, you can get up to 4 free showers with that card too if you do it that way. a day. That is poor day. Jermaine says he has a knife. Huh? What?
It is per year on the old on the point system, right? Or no, with Pilot it does cancel out, right?
You know, I don't know I don't keep
Yeah.
money on their I don't keep money on their stuff. I keep about $25 or $30 in credits on there just for parking in an emergency or something. Because sometimes you got to get a reserve spot if it's late at night. That's the only thing that I use it for with that aspect. I don't know their time limits. Loves, I think they come off after each month. Pilot Flying J's, I don't know. Yeah.
What the points?
Yeah, the points and stuff.
The points. I believe they.
Yeah. The free shower credits is what he's talking about too.
The shower credit, the shower credits got to be rolled. It's whatever your performance was the month before is what you get next month.
Well, I mean, even if you don't have enough credits to get the unlimited, he's talking about the shower credits disappear is what happens, and they do after some time.
That's what I thought.
Jermaine says he has an iPhone and an Android, but where it's slow is when you're trying to find discounts along your route. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just to give you a heads up on that, Jermaine, instead of looking for discounts on the route you're going to, just find a major city that you're going to be driving through on that route and just put that city in, and it's going to give you all of them either a 25 or a 50-mile radius. It's a lot quicker to do it that way. Just a heads up on that. That's something.
Now, is JB Hunt Landstar now?
No, he works for Landstar. I work for JB Hunt.
Yeah, because we had a Landstar driver that came out of Fort Myers by the performance shuttle yard, and he said he did really well. He said he liked.
I've seen the funny thing is I've seen Landstar trucks pulling JB Hunt trailers, so you never know what's going on with these people out here.
Yeah, dude. And
everybody's hauling something for somebody.
Yeah. I've seen Schneider trucks carrying, Pam trailers. I've seen Schneider trucks carrying, JB Hunt trailers. Same thing with Landstar. I mean,
I've seen Swift pull Walmart, Warner trailers before. So, I guess it's all, they're all related one way or the other. Trust me. Some of these mega carriers, they're all owned by some family one way or the other.
Shoot, I used to work for a FedEx contractor, ground contractor, and we used to carry Schneider trailers all the time. So we got 15 people on here. Anybody got any questions or anything they want to add? Running.
So you say that you were you're not currently driving right now, or you were driving before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had a stupid incident that happened where I had to pull off the road for a little bit, get things cleaned up in my home life before I can go back out.
Oh, okay.
Can't really go into detail because you'll use it as a video.
Yeah, I got you. Say less. Where were you? Who were you driving with before?
I drove for a couple companies. I mainly did local, but when I did go over the road, I went with a company out of Ohio. I tried the scam company, Super Ego.
Man, come and tell your story, because we want to hear how that works, man.
Buddy, you need to jump on top of that lawsuit. What you need to do, man.
I still have my pay stubs. My gross for 1 week was I think it was like 8,200, and somehow I was still negative.
What?
Still negative. I was still in the hole. I still have my paperwork with it.
Did they have you? Did they have you? Did you have a ghost partner with you?
Oh, always.
Yeah, don't get into details about that, because I don't want this to get shut down, dude. There's YouTubers out there.
Trust me, whatever cease and desist that they try to throw at you, it's all nonsense, bro.
It don't matter. I don't
know. Wait.
It don't matter. I
thought he was talking about where he's. No, I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that like you're talking about, this is how many miles I've driven. This is how many routes I ran. And yet this is the gross that you have. But somehow there's like ghost deductions off of everything.
It's like the more money you make, it all of a sudden you got these extra toll charges and all this extra fuel charges and all this extra stuff, and you just don't know where it came from.
I went through that PA, the round through PA, the turnpike, and I looked it up. It's like $270 for a truck. I was charged like $1,100, and I don't know if that's like something because I didn't have maybe I was just a little out of not knowing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was things that I just didn't know with the lease purchase, honestly. You know, it might have been, I'm not trying to bash on another company or go down a bad route. I just know that I worked my butt off and it felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. And maybe it was just something in the blueprint that I didn't see. Other than that, they seem like decent people.
Allegedly.
That's all I got.
I've heard stories, man. I've had one driver that came in and talked to me about how they he went and got a truck from them, and he had the money to pay off the truck, but for some odd reason he just wanted to just see how they work out, for a couple of months, and then he ended up going home because his I believe he said his mother-in-law got sick and she ended up dying. And he was at home, and he decided that he was going to get ready to go back out on the road. He came out and saw his truck was missing, tried to figure out what happened. He called them up. Apparently they sent a driver to come get his truck that morning, and the driver was already left, and he told them that they had 3 days to bring his truck back, and if they didn't, they were going to sue him. Well, according to him, they did ended up bringing the truck. The same driver brought the truck back, but all he ended up doing was cleaning it out. And the other driver just asked him, like, they told him that the truck was empty. He didn't, that the truck was abandoned. That's why he came and got it, which seems to be the theme for them as of currently, because a lot of their trucks get abandoned and they're sending their new drivers out to come and pick them up. Instead.
I mean, I don't have much on that. I mean, I don't really know too much about that. I just felt like, I was getting, obviously coming into a new company, a lease purchase, you're not going to get the best routes, but it felt like there was just for the compensation and like I said, being new into the lease purchase, maybe I was off, maybe I was wrong. But I just felt like that there was something that always kept me behind with them. So, honestly, maybe that's my mistake. Maybe I don't know how to manage my fuel, but or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much, man. It can't be a maybe. It can't be a maybe or a coincidence when everybody on the internet is saying the same thing that you're saying. So
I get that, but here's my thing: is like take another driver that's like me and doesn't have experience in the lease purchase, right? And you're jumping into something that you don't have too much idea about. Now I do now. Like I know how I know how things work now. I know how to make money on it. But point being is you're taking new drivers that should be company that have never been on the road before. You're putting them behind a big rig who don't have a fuel surcharge. They don't know how to manage their money. They don't know how to manage the fuel. You're taking loads that are being told to you that are good and instead of holding out on a better load. You get what I'm saying? So there's always the one thing I can say is I can take responsibility of where I fail. I'm not going to put another company down. I'm not going to sit here and bash somebody else. I can tell you where I fail. I'm not going to tell you where maybe this happened or that happened, because that's easy to do with any company, right? Any company you come in contact. Now, where did you fail? Where can you learn? And how do you fix the situation? That's all I got.
I hear
ask
you.
me
I
like,
hear you
hey,
on
where
that
did you
one.
mess up with your
I just feel like when it comes to, I feel like, okay, so
logistics, how
from
the things
when I first heard about
Hey,
them until
turn your
now,
light on, man. Turn your light on so we can see you, man.
I'm way in the back right now, man. I'm
Okay, well,
just
come in the front so we can
give me
see you,
like all right, give me 5 more minutes. Just give me like
man.
2 minutes. All right,
Now,
give
give
me
me
two
5 minutes, and I'm gonna turn your mic off.
So, the biggest red flag with a company like that is when they start because from when I first heard about them from till now, they used to require you to have 2 years of experience to be able to come at least onto them. Then they
right.
went to 1 year experience, and now their biggest
They don't
red
even have
flag is it's 4 months.
that. Yeah.
You
Well, it's
mean
not even that anymore. As long as you have 2 months verifiable experience is the last time I heard. Now,
now it's
don't quote
two
me on that,
months?
but obviously you're taking people that just got their CDL. You're
They
putting them in a
really are
position
getting at people
where
who you really don't know
they don't
no better. Like you don't even
know.
know how to you don't even know how to back a truck up properly, and you're already leasing a truck. It's kind of crazy. Plus, they opened up a new yard in Florida. That's
I
gonna be
heard.
interesting because I guess that's where all the trucks used to get abandoned. It cost them a little too much money to send them back up to Chicago. So I guess probably would have been cheaper to just open a yard down there in Florida, right?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I'll be right
Yep.
back.
So 18, I got something for you here, buddy.
What's up?
I discovered something. My wife actually found these, and when we went to Aquatica the other day, we got. I've always been looking for a comfortable shoe to wear. Um,
Oh, I'm about
I'm,
to say you found my old picture over there because I used
no,
to be there a lot.
no, I been looking for a comfortable shoe to drive in. I like stuff that like airy, but I don't want to wear a pair of sandals or anything. So my lovely wife, came up with these shoes. Can you see these? These are those water shoes that you go to the pool with and stuff.
Yep, yep.
And
Got the little toes at the front and stuff.
yep. Let me tell you something, brother. I always made fun of people that wore those, but let me tell you what. That is the most comfortable shoe. You feel like you're walking barefoot, but you're obviously not feeling the hot concrete or nothing like that. It's
Tell you what,
almost like you're
comfort
bare.
does not come in style. I tell you that
Oh,
much.
buddy, I'm telling you, man, those things are, they were literally like $20 and they are worth it, dude. That is the most comfortable drive that I've ever. I mean, today I've been driving with them all day today and yesterday.
Did I ever tell you I used to work at Aquatica?
No, you did, huh? You know all the
Yeah,
ways ins and outs of that place, huh?
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Used to do food service there, so it was very interesting.
Speaking of food service, man, their food is expensive, dude.
It's nothing but chicken tenders and French fries. So I don't understand. I
Buddy,
mean,
let me
last
tell you,
when I was working there, that was $10. I don't know how much it is nowadays.
dude, that turkey leg. They got those turkey legs. The turkey legs were like $17 for a turkey leg.
Jeez.
It's like $8
Yeah,
for
they
a bag
used to
of
be
popcorn.
yeah, when I used to work there, it used to be like $8, $9, man. Sometimes you can't blame it on inflation. Just call that greed, you know. That's just straight up greed at that point. Cause
Jermaine, you want to come on live? I sent you a message there. He says he used to work across the street from SeaWorld.
yeah, we're at the Wawa. I remember they built a Wawa over there, but behind SeaWorld, I used to go there for lunch all the time.
What in the hell is he doing back there?
Yeah, I used to work at all. I used to work at all three parks. Yeah, all three of the SeaWorld parks: Discovery Cove, SeaWorld, and Aquatica. And I used to work over at I used to work at Universal as well too. So I think everybody in Central Florida at least worked at one of the theme parks before. So
What'd
yeah.
you have to go do, man?
Oh, like I told you, I'm running around still. So I was grabbing some things out of here, throwing some stuff in the laundry in the dryer.
Oh, I got
I
you.
know.
See,
Get
he
stuff
can do
together.
laundry, right? He can do laundry and still get on live, but where's
That's right.
country?
Well, here's the thing:
What's
is
your
like
excuse,
I'm
country?
literally getting ready to go back out. Is my plan is to be out of here and on a truck on a route with a load by Monday. So
Okay, so
Gotcha.
you're just getting all your stuff together.
I'm getting everything together. That's why I said if you know anybody that needs a CB, didn't realize I had 3 saved up.
Okay. Where do you got to go to pick your truck up at?
Looks like I'm going to Michigan.
Michigan. How are you getting up there?
He's giving me a rental car, so I'm
Okay.
gonna run up to a rental. Because I want to take most of my stuff with me.
Okay.
Everything should be handled by tomorrow, and I'll have everything smoothed out. So I'm excited about that.
I got you. Yeah, I asked several people to go live with us tonight. Nobody took me up on the offers I sent. I asked Country. We just asked Jermaine. I asked Austin earlier. You know, Poppy had a flat tire. I guess Austin's still driving. I haven't looked at him to see what he's doing. He said he was going to be driving for a while. Huh. I don't know.
See, Jermaine said he used to work across the street from the SeaWorld.
Austin's still moving.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Are you guys all linked or?
Yeah. You mean with the Life 360?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending you a link right now so you can join the.
Oh Lord.
I'm the excluded member. Still.
You're excluded.
I'm excluded.
You're on there, man. Don't say that. You're on the Life 360.
What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
Chris Howard, what's going on, buddy? 18 people on here. That's about my average, between 18 and 30 or so. Anybody got any questions? Come on back into the light there, 18. It's been more than 5 minutes.
God dang it.
Come on back into the world.
Hold on. I'm coming.
My wife says she likes it when you're on here, but she don't like it when you're dark like that. She said it's irritating. Man, what a boring live tonight, huh? I think it's you, Scott. You're the only one that's never been on.
Man, here we go.
And last time I checked, it was your live, so you know.
There you are, thank you. You were there. Look at the pretty face on live TV now.
It's just chocolate.
Michael Pierre says Jeff moved my payment to Monday instead of Friday. Okay, well I guess that's a good thing. So you got Jeff to move your payment.
If it works for you, it works for you that way.
Jermaine says, I've had to do an oil change. Any recommendations? So, Jermaine, how many miles do you have on your truck? And I agree with Chris, 50. Not Rush or TA. I do my oil changes at Love's because I like to keep everything at one place. Anytime somebody goes under the hood, if I've got anybody to blame, then I know where to send the blame to. I hope that answers your question. Your phone's back the wrong way again. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I saw text messages coming through. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything that I was missing on that whole aspect.
Well, since I have a new truck, I just keep it at the 50,000 mark because it just makes.
That's what he does.
To me, it just makes more sense, and I do get mine done at the Loves too, just with the same reason that you do it. It's because I just want the same people. Just in case if anything goes wrong, they can't blame it on A.
The big question, Jermaine, is do you plan on buying that truck outright, or are you going to just turn it in when the time is done? That's the big question. 194,000. So obviously it's a used truck. It's probably a 22 or a 23 with that mileage. If it's a truck you plan on keeping, you can do like 18 Wheels says and change your oil every 50,000. So when you get to 200, I'd go ahead and get the oil change, and that way you got, an even number that you can change it each time, and then you can do it at 250 and then 300. But I do it at every 25,000 miles because I plan on keeping the truck and buying it outright. See, Country even says he's been doing his about every 30,000 miles. I agree with you, Country, man. I've been doing it at 25. The money's
Yeah,
there.
I'm
And you're
planning
paying
on keeping
for it,
mine
you might
as
as well
well
use
too,
it.
but I do it at the 50 because it's these newer trucks, these new technology, and the new technology in these oil. It to me, hey, more power to anybody else who wants to do it that way, but I'm not interested in wasting any money and changing oils that early, especially on a new truck. Maybe if it was a used truck and I didn't know the history behind it before then that's a different story, for the peace
See,
of
I
mind.
think just the opposite of what you think. Since you got a brand new truck and you know everything about it, why not get it done every 25,000 so you know it's been done? You got receipts to prove it, and that way, if you ever try to sell it, you got everything to go along with it. I've got a binder with everything that's ever been touched on this truck, including the
Same, but
inspections too. Yeah.
same, but like I said, I mean, I
Everybody
get
has their own way.
it's your yeah. Everybody has their own way.
As long as you're making money and everything works, that's how you do it.
You got a 24 with 194,000 with 154,000 on it.
Wow,
That's interesting. I got a
that's
24 with 48 miles on it.
I got a 24 with almost 90 on it, and they're all mine. Country says it's convenient since Schneider makes us do 90-day inspections, so I just do that for them both at the same time. Mostly it's 30,000, maybe more. It makes sense to me. That's actually a good comment there, Country. I agree with
That
you on
makes sense. And speaking of 90 days, it is actually my 90th day at Landstar.
that.
Officially 3 months
Congratulations. Too
I've
bad
been
we
here.
don't have the little cupcakes to give you.
Ah,
Speaking
yeah,
of
man.
speaking of cupcakes, I left my red velvet cupcakes at home. I meant to bring them damn things with me.
Oh well,
Last week
maybe
was
next
driver
time.
appreciation. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. So what? So you're getting on a airplane or a rental car for Monday and heading the hell out to Michigan, huh?
Friday night.
So, so are you going to be on a load board, or are they going to dispatch you? How's your
They're gonna
new company?
dispatch me. I'm gonna run it until, like I said, I not to be, I'm gonna give the company a shot, see what they have.
Are they paying you per mile?
Yeah,
Okay, you're going to be
starting
a
off,
company driver, right?
huh?
Company driver.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run 65 cents a mile for the first 30 days,
Okay.
70 for the next after that, which still with the kind of mileage that I put in, as you have seen, it's not hard to do 600-700.
What's
You know what I
the
mean?
what's
Country's
the
asking what
what's the
company are you
company
going
that you
to?
go to?
I'm actually going to an independent company. It's called MD Logistics. The owner probably is going to come in. His name's Dale. I sent him over the link. Obviously, I want this channel to grow.
Yep.
And see where it's at. I like promoting other people too. So, if you need any information, I do have a couple companies out there right now that are looking for drivers. I wanted to go back company right now, so I have guaranteed money. I made a huge mistake, obviously, thinking that I could take on something that I couldn't at the time with the lease purchase, and I just don't want to get back into that until I have everything on my end clear, where it's not like if I fall in the hole, I don't have to worry about something.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
understandable, man.
Makes
You're doing it
sense.
the right
Yeah, that
way.
makes sense.
Yeah, you got to get yourself built back up. That's for sure.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. All right, here, I fell behind a little bit on child support being in a lease purchase. I didn't even know that the whole child support thing was going on. Logistics of the matter is, I thought I was fighting something in one court. It was happening in another court. It
Yeah,
sucks.
I got you,
I
man.
accept responsibility, but I thought that I would be informed through my
Yeah,
attorney.
trust me.
It is what it
18
is.
Wheels has had his little run-ins with the law. We've had our discussions about run-ins with the law before.
My run-ins are a little different.
So Michael Pierre, and this is another option too for anybody that wants to get an SFI truck. He has a 2025 Freightliner, and he said after 3 years end, he's going to keep it for the extra year and pay $20,000 on the balloon payment. So there's two options with the truck. You can make your payments, do it for 3 years, and then the balloon is usually somewhere around $61,000. If you do the 4-year lease and continue it for the next year, you can do it and pay it off with the $20,000. So that's the two options that they have. Country says, okay, so who is this Scott? Are you a tuber? You mentioned promote, which is why I ask, and I haven't been here the whole time if you've already said it. Scott is a friend of mine. We've been friends for over 20 years. We've done a lot of work together in the past at different companies and stuff. He's just getting back into trucking after being out for about a year. I don't think you do YouTube of any kind, do you?
No, I had a huge stream for gaming. Um, I will tap back into it for YouTube and promotion, promotional work. That was a lot of the things that my ex did was promotional work too. So obviously, you always want to try to brand yourself and brand the next person. You
I
always
might
want
have to
somebody
holler
to
at
do
you about doing that as well too, because it's something I was looking into. The
right.
gaming stream. I have a stream deck. I haven't. It's still wrapped up in its plastic. I haven't pulled it out yet because I was genuinely interested in trying to do something like that. So if there's
I
somebody out here that knows how to use that stuff, and
I
know how to
do.
do it.
I can help you. I did a lot of professional streaming. I played professional Counter Strike gaming when I was working local, even at Budweiser, JJ Taylor, you know, places like that. Um, uh, there's just I kind of fell out of it. You kind of grow up. Um, Heck, I'm not even decent anymore. But you still have that. You still have that stream aspect where, like, you can get online and play with a
Hmm.
couple of people that, you know, like Swifty and World of Warcraft. And then you have, the people from Cloud9 and Counter Strike. I'll go play with them. And I still have somewhat of a following, but it's not nearly what I used to do. I played Counter Strike, Quake, things like that. It was fun, but it was all PC gaming.
I got,
Everything's going powerful. It's amazing.
I got you. I got you. Country is asking what your gamer name is.
Oh yeah,
You got to tell your gamer name?
yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got to look it up?
No, I said I'm example.
Does anybody have Black Myth? What's Black Myth? That a game or something?
They'll look it up. They'll see Counter Strike. They'll see Quake. Heck, I went out to um, QuakeCon 3 years in a row. Just like, it's fun, dude. It is. It's fun, but life happens.
What the hell's Black Myth?
That's what I was just asking.
What's that, Jermaine? Is that a game?
That's what I said. Is that a game?
Shit.
Okay. Whose show is this again?
Hey, listen, we get bored on the road. We gotta have something going on. Hey, listen, I'll even buy you like an Xbox when I'm getting on back on my feet, man. We'll figure it out.
I've got
We'll
two. I
like
got
that.
two Nintendo Switches in here. I haven't even touched them in months.
So I'm just saying, like, get on there and just stupid.
Because I was thinking about when I bought the Stream Deck. I was like, man, I'm gonna stream me some Breath of the Wild because I definitely have that. That's a fucking intense game, and I'm like, if I start that game, I'm not gonna get off of it because it's so much. It's so much stuff to do. It's open world, and I ain't gonna get no sleep. That's why I just decided not to touch that game at all whatsoever, man. I'll be sitting there just riding horses all night, just trying to fucking fix a damn puzzle in the open
Any
world.
sort of MMORPG, you gotta know. You gotta know that, like, that's your life at that point.
Exactly. As soon as you open it up, it's over with. Like, don't even bother.
Yeah. Jermaine says it's a game that came out a couple weeks ago. And Country says rings a bell. Actually, I've been involved.
Oh, is that the monkey? Is that
But
that
as of
monkey
late,
game?
since trucking stop was mostly MC, LOL, COD. But
Yeah, Black Myth Wukong. Yeah, so yeah, I know. I've heard about it. I've seen the graphics. Pretty decent. It's a pretty nice game. I wouldn't buy it because then I wouldn't work anymore. So I might just leave it on the shelf for the time being.
Well,
That's how good it looks. So
I want to make an announcement here, and it's actually kind of a cool announcement. I have actually reached 992 subscribers, so I'm 8 away from 1,000. It would be awesome if I could somehow get to 1,000 before the end of the month. I said that back in June, and here we are again. So it's been growing steadily, but since I don't put out any weekly content and just do the lives,
how many do you have now?
992. I do lives.
It's 22 people in the chat, so come on.
So the thing is, I actually see, you made me lose my train of thought. I actually want to get to that 1,000 somehow. I really do, and it's
I'm working on it.
And the thing is, I don't put out any content. I don't put out any weekly content, and that's what grows your channel. That's the thing that sucks. Everything that I've done from about 800 up has been with just these lives.
Hey, here you go. Hold on. Here's a memory from 2022. Can you see it? 35 minutes from Nashville. I want to stop. Yeah. That was me getting on 60. We were going 65, I think.
I got you.
It's crazy.
So Jermaine says you can get on that Steam Deck, but I have it on PS5. And Country said he followed C9 really closely on the LOL team when I was into it.
Here, I'm getting Steve Diotto to come and visit the chat. Yeah, I did that. Their LOL team was great. I definitely would go, with Shroud and them.
I got to tell you the truth. You guys are actually talking Japanese to me right now.
I have
James is
taking over the stream about gaming.
Hey, Country is like James. By the way, LOL is League of Legends.
I got you. See, like I said, you could be speaking Mandarin to me right now, and I wouldn't have a freaking clue what you're talking about on these video game systems.
Well, it's definitely not trucking. I'll tell you that much.
Last video games that I played were fucking Pac-Man and Dig Dug and Space Invaders and Galaga and games.
Hey, listen, Space Invaders was the ish back. Yo, it's still a good game, man.
Buddy, I go back older than that. I go back to Pong, man, the very first video game. Pong. You remember Pong?
I remember Pong.
I love this guy's name, Irishman. He says, so I left trucking industry in 2023. After 6 years of driving, I drove for Warner, Schneider, and the Greater Omaha Express. I was a company driver. I had and that's where it ends. I don't know what else he's trying to say there. That's kind of a cool name. Somebody's got an airplane flying in the background or something.
Yes.
That's you, Mr. Scott?
Who knows? They might be. I don't hear it.
Yeah. You got the air conditioner on real loud or something?
No, I have it on 1.
Okay.
Did it go down a little?
You living where you're at, man. There might be some crack addicts running around, some chicken heads looking for some stuff.
Don't even get me started.
That's what we called them, chicken heads.
But that is lot lizards, okay?
What, chicken
heads?
I don't care.
Whatever you want to call them, that is 100% a lot lizard around here.
Oh, you got a lot lizard running around?
Oh, you have lot lizards everywhere here.
Where are you right now?
I cannot wait to get out of here. I mean,
he's in Lakeland. You're in Lakeland, right?
Yeah, I'm in Lakeland right now.
Lakeland, Florida?
Yeah. I lived in Naples.
I've never seen any lot lizards down there.
No, read these comments, guys. Chris Howard says, just start doing some driving videos, then voiceover 2 or 3 a week, and your channel will grow. Chris, I don't do any videos of me driving just because I don't want to get caught in that bundle where a lot of YouTubers have been busted. And
The
if it
gray
ever goes
area.
to, yeah, if it ever goes to court and they see that I'm doing videos with me driving, and again, that's just not me. There's no reason. What happens if I bump into something, then I can't get away with it, if I got video proof of it. And I'm just kidding. I would never do that. But I just don't.
I
I
would.
don't get in the middle of making videos while I'm driving. Country says, but speaking of wanting to grow channels, James, I've been wanting to talk to you on how to get your analytics to help you grow. Hit me up when you want to chat about that. Country, I'll take you up on that, and I'll probably
You can
call you
just get
tomorrow
on a
evening.
3-way because I want to learn. I want to know how that works as well too.
We'll make a 3-way call, Country. 18 will call too. Irishman says, in 2023, I left the trucking industry. I drove for 6 years, drove for Warner Schneider, and finally drove for GM Gria. Okay. Scott says, well, shit, Scott, you're here. You can just talk. Yeah, I always wanted to grow people. Instead, isn't what we are here for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why isn't that what we're here for? Is like grow people.
Yeah.
Scott,
the thing
you're
is,
coming.
believe it or not, the lives don't really bring people to it doesn't get promoted as much. It's the weekly videos. I mean, the average video needs to be somewhere between 8 and 15 minutes long. And you need to put it out at least once or twice a week, and you got to come up with different topics. Well, honestly, that's not what my channel is about. I'm not here to go over topics, do trucker. I've said before in the past, I like to do a trucker news, but I also don't want to copy anything that anybody's doing. And that's my problem. If I start doing a trucker news or something like that, then I'm copying lots of guys that already do that. That's not what my channel's for. My channel's for to bring, guys together like us to talk about different companies, whether they're good, whether they're bad, and indifference, everything. That's the whole purpose of my channel, is just to get on here and talk about it. The more, the merrier. I'd love to have, 8 or 10 people on here at a time talking. Of course, it would be difficult, especially with type A personalities like me and Life on 18 Wheels, but it would be interesting. Jermaine says, me too, 4-way, LOL. Scott, I'm not going to sit here and read your comments.
I told you I got my laptop with me, man. I'm running.
Country says, correct. Lives do not bring new people. Lives are for your current followers. That is correct. But again, like I said, everybody has their own style, and that's what makes everybody's unique. The reason I watch Country and why I started watching him is because he tells a story. He talks to the screen. He tells his GPS, which he calls his GPS, Linda. He tells Linda to shut up all the time. That's the reason I watch Country, is because of his
I want to hear somebody
comedy.
say shut up. What I've been trying to do with my second channel is how we did the interview when we were at Swift.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to make that the main focus, but my whole thing is I want to do it how we did it. I want to do that in-person interview with different truckers, and I'm if I can get a steady stream of content creators or just trucker people who just want to sit down and have like a good 30-minute conversation. I mean, I can probably grow that channel right there. It's just laziness begets me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I got you. It's laziness, but podcast. I'm very unfamiliar with that land.
And also, it's a lot of hard work because after you're done, the thing about it is, I'm the type of person, if I get up and I'm driving I'll drive all day. I'm not the type that does, I'm gonna just do 4 hours here, take a break, 4 hours here, take a break. Do it. I will drive the whole 8 hours before I even take a break, or I'll just drive until I'm done, and I'll drive until I'm either out of hours or I'm just tired for the rest of the day, and that takes up so much time out of the day. And my laziness, it's just I don't feel like doing anything. Like, I still have a video that I'm supposed to have already posted weeks ago, and it's still in my loaded folder waiting for me to do a voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tired, I'm just tired at the end of the day.
People don't understand, and Country does really good. He posts a video, if not every single day, almost every single day. It's a lot of work it's a lot of work just to put these lives together, even though there's really no topic or anything. It just It's just time. It takes a lot of time because when you stop for the night, you do your 10-hour break. We do a live on the average hour and a half to 2 hours almost every single time, and sometimes even longer. I think we've done one 3.5 before. Well, guess what? That takes away your sleep time, and and honestly, when we get done with the live tonight, I'll probably sit here and watch TV for an hour until I fall asleep. And I'm 3-4 hours into my 10-hour break, and then I try to row immediately when my clock starts, and it's
I
it's
am
not
the
an easy
same.
task. It's
I
not an
am the
easy
same way
task.
as well too.
No, no, you're not, because you don't drive it nice. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I'm not. Well,
You
yeah,
do
I'm
not.
not
You're
solar
not a
powered,
night
but
driver.
my time is set up the way that as soon as my 10 hours is up, the sun's about rising anyway. So I'm starting driving right. I'm a solar powered driver. I'm not gonna lie about it, but
He's a solar powered driver.
He is a solar powered driver, buddy. He's not. He's not a night rider like me. He's just a solar powered truck driver. So let me read
Oh,
some.
dude, that's how
unfortunately,
I rate.
unfortunately, I got to charge my batteries up for a 1 a.m. pickup on Friday. But besides that,
Oh, and
yeah.
by the way, keep your phone charging when you're sleeping, because I get a text almost every night from the 360 app. Gabrielle's phone is at 2%. Gonna
20%.
die. Huh? Yeah, I do. I get
20%.
that text,
Thank
man.
you.
So let me read some of these comments. Irishman, he's repeating himself. He said he left the trucking industry, drove for those companies. Said he spent 6 years on the road. He left because of unhealthy, unsanitary, and he says I am. Country says the only day I don't post is if it's a reset. And Country, I don't mean that I'm basically I don't mean that I'm copying anybody, but I feel like that I'm repeating the same old stuff, and I don't like doing that. Irishman says I am so disenfranchised with this industry that I applaud you guys that you're still over the road. I'm retired from the federal government, but the way this industry is right now, I'll never go back. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, Irishman. We do it because we enjoy it. I
The
can't
only
say
reason
that it's
I'll be
always going to
honest
be
with
that
you.
way, but we try.
Speaking of notifications and people phone die, you know who I get most of the notifications from?
Who's that?
Poppy.
Really? What's
Yeah, it
his?
rings every minute. It just comes out saying that his phone's about to die. It's in power saving mode.
Really? See, I never get those messages from his.
I get those all the time from him when his phone decides that it wants to croak.
So
I
Scott,
would always,
when you put your name up here, it says Scoots. Did you notice that?
absolutely. I put Scoots in.
Okay.
See, his phone's pretty charged right now, but I guess I tell you what, later on this evening, it won't be
That
charged.
thing's gonna be.
It won't be
Mine
charged.
always, mine always used to say because it'll warn everybody if you're doing a certain mile an hour over the speed
Yeah,
limit.
that too. I'm like, can you stop snitching
Man,
on me?
I'd get picked on so bad. I'm like, I'm going down a grade.
Scott, did you get the like 360 hit that I gave you?
No, I didn't get it.
Look at your text and see if you got it.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm looking at my phone right now. I got this on that phone. I got this on that phone. So wherever you send it, I got you. But it ain't there yet.
I'm gonna send it to you again. There it is again. Now you got it again. See it?
Got it.
Chris is back to driving, so he either got the trailer fixed or something.
Yeah, he's rolling.
I ended up having to dump mine, like my 360, because I had like 5 people on it. But problem is like even when that person is like, well, I don't want to be on that 360, they can still bounce back in to see where you're at. And I just didn't like that.
Oh, the nosy people.
Yeah, just yeah.
Anybody
Like they
got
would
any
check.
questions? Anybody want to talk about anything in particular? Buddy, quit going dark, man.
I need to take a sit back. That's too far. Yeah. I just need to take a sit back. Anyways, what's your plans when you gonna push out another video?
You're asking me that? You need to ask
Yep.
yourself that.
Hey,
I
you're
don't
the
know,
one.
man.
Hey, you're the one with the big channel, man. You're about to hit that
I,
2,000, that 1,000 subscriber mark, man. You need to push another video out and let people know
I
what's
don't
going
know,
on.
man. Honestly, I don't know, dude. I mean, I had a good week last week. The 2 weeks before that weren't the greatest, but last week made up for it.
Maybe you should do an update video of how's
This
it going over at
yeah,
JD Hunt.
this week was going to be okay. When it's all said and done, I made about $7,500 this month. That's what I took home to my bank. I grossed probably 15 grand,
Nice,
maybe
nice,
15,
nice.
16 grand, give or take. I mean, that's my numbers. I mean, everybody always wants, what is your take home? What is your take home? Well, that's my take home. Granted, $500 a week goes into my maintenance and in credits account, and I got $230 that I pay on health insurance for me and the family. So, you take that away. I mean, then obviously I made more, but so Chris Howard says he's cooking and listening. I had tacos tonight. I made me some tacos right after I shut down, and after I was done, I set up the show, and that's when I started calling you guys.
What you making, Chris? What are you cooking?
Now, what are you cooking on the truck, Chris? Uh-oh, there goes Scoot.
Oh, Scoot's on the move. Give me one sec.
Yeah.
The other day I made some what was it, last week or the week before, I made chicken tikka masala in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Some jasmine rice. Delicious.
I'm a taco guy here lately, man. I've been eating a lot of tacos. I love them. I like making them though. I don't like
What
getting them at Taco Bell or anything. I'm not a Taco Bell guy, but
kind of tacos are you making?
just beef tacos.
Beef tacos.
Yeah, what I do is I take hamburger patties and I cut them up, and that's how I make my taco meat, and just shake it up in a bag with the taco meat.
Oh, the Wendy's
Right.
special.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not no. I have my own beef, my own hamburger patties that I buy at the store, and then I take. I'm an old El Paso guy. I get their seasoning and their taco shells, and that's what I make. So Chris said he made rice and SOS type meat gravy. I don't know what SOS type meat gravy is, but that's
Is
what
it
he.
SOS like an emergency or something?
Yeah.
Emergency meat. Is it emergency type meat gravy? So you
that,
you don't know what kind of meat you're using, but it's
that might
just
be
that
what it is.
emergency.
That might be what it is. Oh man. So the windshield's nice. Granted,
Finally
it should
got it
be.
fixed.
I got it replaced. I got a brand new windshield. Did you get yours fixed or replaced?
Nope. Neither.
What'd you get?
No, I still have the same windshield.
So they just fixed it.
No,
Oh, you never even got it done, huh?
That's what I'm saying. I never got it
Wow.
done. It's still sitting there, waiting to be fixed. Eventually. It's only just like 2 chips, so
That's all I had, but I got tired of looking at them.
yeah, it's not in my it's not in my way, so I'm just like leave
Well,
it.
you got that big ass box on yours, don't you?
Sure do.
Now mine was easy. They didn't mess anything up on mine. They cropped the windshield.
The funny thing is, I've already had the windshield replaced this year already, so this will be the second time that I'm replacing it.
How many times would they let you replace them?
Well, the last time I got it replaced while I was still at Schneider, so whatever that counts. I've heard, not too sure, that it's twice a year that I can get it switched, get it replaced for free over here at Landstar, but don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure.
So Chris Howard says, shit on a shingle. That's what SOS is. Okay.
Shit.
Jermaine says, hey, James, do you have a lot of favorites for certain places that you don't? Just asking. Do I have a lot of favorites for certain
places that you like to go?
That's kind of a good question. I don't really. I love going to Louisville, obviously, because that's my hometown. When I go to Louisville, I can usually go eat with some friends or do whatever I need to do. I know every nook and cranny in the Louisville area where you can park a truck. I know where I can get away with stuff. I know where all the restaurants are. I mean, I was a cop in Louisville for 15 years, so I know the ins and outs of that whole county, of just about everything, where you need to go and what you need to do, and everything about it. So, if I had to say anything, I love going to Louisville. I love driving in Florida. A lot of guys don't like this, but I actually like driving down to Miami, and I like driving through Tampa. I like
Yeah,
driving
you can
anywhere in
have
Florida.
that.
I don't have a problem with it. I like running in Texas. I've always loved running in Texas. Texas is
I
fun.
love Texas.
And believe it or not, I love to run the southern states. I love running straight across 10. If I could find an account that would run me from Jacksonville to LA every single week, that's what I would do. And I don't mind running California like a lot of guys do.
I'm not going to
I don't
California
like
for
all their
nothing.
bullshit that they do now, but if the money was right, I'd go to California in a heartbeat as long as the
Too
money
much
was right.
regulations, man. They just
Yeah, there is a lot of regulations. You just got to be smart about it. Sorry, voice to text. I get you with the voice to text. He hasn't been to Florida yet as a driver. You definitely need to get you a load going down to Florida, man. And honestly, you need to experience Miami if you've never done it before. Miami is like running to Atlanta, but on steroids, more or less. It's a good experience. The drivers are crazy. They drive, and there's so many different nationalities, and we talk about this on this channel all the time. But literally, Miami is the mecca of just about every nationality you can imagine.
I thought that was New York City.
Um, I have never in my life ever been to New York City as a driver or as a, vacationer or nothing. Nor do I have any desire. So I don't know about New York. To me, Miami is probably the closest thing to a cultural of everything. I mean, everything's there. I mean, every nationality you could imagine is there.
Yep.
Granted, I think that's one of the reasons why I like going to Miami. I like the scenery. I like looking at the buildings, and I like the water. I mean, I think the water is beautiful. And honestly, the only other place that I would really like to go to as a driver is, believe it or not, I'd like to go down to Key West as a driver. But the only problem is just getting out of Key West. You can probably get a load going in, but you're definitely not getting one going out. So you're gonna take a bath going out.
I've delivered a load to Key West once before.
You know,
This was when I
KO
was still a company driver, and I
KO
delivered to
just
that
did a
Home Depot down there.
KO just did a video that he went to Key West and showed it and stuff. It was actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Another place that I would love to go to someday is I'd like to get a load to Alaska, but I'm not going to cross the border to get to Alaska, so that's not going to happen. I think it would be interesting. Did you know that driving to Alaska, you can drive from Miami to Seattle and then from Seattle over the border to Alaska? It's a longer drive from Seattle to Anchorage than it is from Miami to Seattle. Did you know that?
It's in the middle of nowhere.
I know it's a longer
And you
drive.
gotta take it. You gotta take extra fuel tanks. Take extra fuel tanks with you if you want to go up there as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're gonna end up paying for fuel if you gotta stop anywhere in Canada for fuel.
So Jermaine said he used to live in Florida, east in Point Siena, Florida, and he said Miami sounds like trouble.
So you lived in Point Siena, or Kissimmee, Point Siena? Is a difference.
Yeah. I tell you the truth, Jermaine, I've never had any problems going down to Miami. The only thing that you got to really take in consideration, make sure you got full fuel tanks, because there's really not a lot of places to get fuel down there. And the other thing, there's not a lot of places to park either. So make sure you got time on your clock to get 150 miles north of Miami, because you're not going to find a place to park. But
I found my box.
Huh?
Found my box.
You found your bots.
My box.
What is that?
My headsets.
Oh,
I got my Blue Parrot. Yeah, I got my Blue Parrot. I got the other off-brand. I got 2 extra of these. So, like I said, and the other Cobra is going to go on my truck. So, we'll
You got a
We'll get
Cobra
you
29.
in. Huh?
You got you a Cobra 29.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I don't even know
Yeah.
how I accumulated them.
I'm gonna ask you, what are you doing with 3 radios? I mean, you should might as well donate 2 of them to some of these truck drivers out here that don't have
Well,
one.
that's what I said. I told James. I said I got an extra.
They'll sit out here. They'll sit out here and complain that, oh, there's too much crazy stuff going on the Seabird. That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to listen to it. And then all of a sudden, I'm just driving on I-10 this morning, and lo and behold, there's a 50-minute backup. And if it wasn't for the damn CB radio, I would have ran right into it instead of taking the exit and going around.
Life on 18 wheels. You don't have to text me and tell me you're getting tired. If you're tired, we can end the.
Well, you ain't gotta tell everybody on the radio. I just didn't.
Well, I mean, it's obvious you're tired because you're sleeping in the dark over there right now as you're talking. Either that or you're doing some dirty stuff that we don't need to know about.
I might just be doing both. I don't know. I'm just. Nah, I'm just.
Yeah, I think we need to cut it short, anyways, man. We're at almost an hour and a half. We're down to 12 people. Well, 14 now. Well, anybody got any last questions for any of the 3 of us, or any of the companies that we're at? SFI, JB Hunt, Landstar. Any questions whatsoever? If not, we're going to cut this thing short tonight. I say short. We're going to cut it off. Yeah. Anybody got anything? Post it up.
I'm gonna go grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Man, Jermaine, you're down there in the sticks, man. Nowhere
I'm
in the middle of nowhere.
I didn't get trolled tonight, to be honest with you, by that guy.
Well, you were looking forward to it?
No,
you were ready
not
to
really.
rumble?
Not really. I already blocked him on my phone. So, good night, fellas. I'm hitting my stop now. Have a good one, Jermaine. Give me a holler tomorrow, bud.
All right, Jermaine. You have a good one.
Country, you can call me tomorrow too, buddy. We'll hook up. All right, then, guys. We'll call it tonight. Scott, I'll give you a ring a little later.
All right, sounds good. My phone will be charged.
Night, man.
Don't worry.
Are you going to be up for a while? Scott?
Dude, I'm going grocery shopping. Like, I'm dead serious.
Okay. I'll call you in about 30 minutes. How's that?
We got to...
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
I'll call you in about 30 minutes.
All right, yeah, I'm running, like I said.
I think he's lost signal.
There you go. All right, Chris. So Chris Howard says, why can't someone from Arizona get on with JB Hunt? Chris, that's a good question. Write my number down. Let me find it here. Write my number down, Chris. Give me a call tomorrow, and I'll get with my recruiter, and I'll find out why you can't get in. I'll do everything I can to help you out. Give me a yes that you got the message there, Chris, and we're going to cut out of here.
Just move to Texas, Chris. Move to Texas.
Are you, Scott, are you leaving now?
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm heading to the to the grocery store.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you going by yourself?
Yeah.
Who else is he going to go with?
Hey, listen, what? You want the lot lizards? Come on, man.
There you go, man. All right, Chris. I see you got the message. All right, guys, we'll cut it short, man. We'll call it tonight. Talk to you guys later. Chris, give me a call tomorrow, and I'll talk to you about 30 minutes there, Scott. Just call me when you get done grocery shopping. And 18, I'll talk to you later.
Hey, Scott, hey, Scott, you say you're down there on in Lakeland, yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, you heading to that Walmart on North 98?
North 98, right there at that Save-A-Lot.
Yeah. I know where.
Yeah, where you can park. Yes, sir.
I got a parking spot, but I don't want to spoil it on the internet. I don't want everybody to know where to park their trucks coming down there, man. You don't never.
It's all. Yeah, I know where it's at too. It's off Highlands. It's off the Highlands. That old medical. Yeah.
If you know where, it is, I know where it is. We're just gonna leave it like that. Right?
You know. Yep.
Everybody have a good night. I'm out.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.